The story that starts on Akula is a love story. We started to envision something very special, very unique, more than a normal explorer vessel.
The brief was very simple. The owner wanted a ship with yacht features. So that's what we built.
Stepping aboard Akula, you're entering into a different atmosphere. I have managed and sold many Explorer. Akula is really a one-off.
My story about Akula goes back and starts 13 years ago, when I met the owner during a pre-purchase survey on a previous boat. We became friends. I was invited on the boat. And on this cruise, he said, you know, one day I will want to build my own yacht. I thought, yeah, all owners say that, you know. Years later, he calls me up and say, Andrea, I'm ready, let's look at shipyards. He said, let's go to Rossinavi. I said, why Rossinavi? Well, I've done my homework, and trust me, when he does homework, it means homework. And I think it's the right shipyard for us, because they only build full custom boats. It's family owned and run. It is in Italy, which is, you know, it's gonna make it a pleasant experience. So let's talk to them. And we went to Mr. Claudio Rossi with an idea. They started working on some GAs. 22 revisions later, we signed the contract. And that was, you know, a start of a journey that's been fantastic. I cannot avoid also mentioning Francesca Muzio from FM. Francesca, I think, did a great job interpreting the owner wishes as to keep the boat a ship, but she still is a super yacht, you know, inside.
Akula is really the result of an incredible relationship between an owner, very visionary, and of course a designer that has tried to follow his dreams and this very unique idea of making a very particular explorer vessel.
The owner briefs when I discussed with the possibility to take the vessels for sale was, David, how are you going to portray my boat to potential interested parties? And it's not easy to express the dream of someone to somebody else. In Akula, I would say it's not too difficult because the dream is so visible. It's a vessel which is designed to go around the world and you see it immediately. When you step on board, you have immediately a feeling of voyage, of going away. But you don't really need to be far to feel being far on that vessel.
The idea was to discover the world. So creating a place where the family, the owner family, the guest, they can really create and collect memories around the world, exploring the world. The most challenging part of the design was to integrate this incredible experience of keeping the feeling and the function of an authentic home that travel around the world. The goal was not to disconnect with the world, but to allow the environment to shape the experience.
The owner understood it all. The concept of a crossover, understood what to be an explorer, you have to have a boat which is fairly rough on the outside, but extremely comfortable and refined on the inside. So when you step on board Akula, you immediately understand that there's a lot of cleverness into the way it has been designed, a lot of thinking into the way it should be operated.
Akula was conceived, designed, and built to travel just about anywhere in total comfort and safety. To explore, you need basically two main things. One is reliability, and the other one is self-sufficiency. You need to be self-sufficient everywhere you go, and you need to do this for a long amount of time. Having the capability of having enough food, self-producing water, managing waste in an eco-friendly manner, it's paramount. And on top of this, if you want to be safe, you need also to have a reliable boat. So I think we achieved that, and the range is just phenomenal. We're talking now is about 8,000 nautical miles. If you see what you can cover is impressive. That gives you not only the freedom to go far away, but to decide and manage when and where you want to take fuel. The brief was to have at least 1 month autonomy. I think we managed to meet and exceed that level.
Akula is described as a true explorer, at least I would say by the industry of the people who knows explorer. It's really on the basis of capacity of long range, capacity of sustaining heavy seas, capacity of staying away for a long time, capacity of being safe and extremely efficient. So it's definitively a boat that is designed to go around the world, not only by her capacity of staying long time at sea without the need of going back to a port, and particularly all weather. I mean, that's a vessel that you can go in pretty much all the bad weather you can face, and the vessel will take it.
The structure of Akula is mainly the same of any other yacht, except for the fact that she's got an ice class notation. And this brings with a number of improvements that the hull had to undergo. So it's some areas of the hull that are structurally stronger. This level of ice class allows to travel in waters where there is a presence of thin ice. Actually, she went to Greenland to say that's to do that. If you don't have the ice class, you can't go there.
The design of Akula, how do I describe it in 3 words? I would say powerful, I would say efficiency, and also safety. Safety is a very important part of the design and the engineering of that boat. The owner really wanted to be sure that wherever he goes, he will feel safe.
The outside of my Akula is very masculine, is very strong. And I would like to create this contrast with the inside while I'm exploring, I'm adventuring outside. So the interior has to be calming, peaceful, feeling at home, while outside, of course, there is this amazing journey of adventure. We design an interior for people that they want to spend a long time on board. That's why we envision a lifestyle which is when you are in your interior, home doesn't change, so you feel relaxed, you feel peaceful. I'm proud of the fact that the interiors tell a story. So the interiors of Akula, they allow the owner to collect his memories while he's traveling around the world.
There's a lot of room on that vessel, a lot of big saloon. The main deck offers this guest area, but also offices. You have to see the master cabin, which is absolutely state-of-the-art.
I think there are some signature spaces that really represent the spirit of Akula. There is a more silent area in the main deck, which are all the guest area, and a very large owner apartment. So this is the more soft and quiet area of the vessel.
It's a couple, both of them have busy lives, so they work. The madame has her own office, beautiful office, and monsieur has his own office at a different level.
I like the owner's office. We call it the man cave because we create this incredible office that is in metal, which has a beautiful material and has this Nemo door where you can close and you can be isolated from the rest of the guests. Going up, there is the more social area. All the upper deck is dedicated to social activities, like of course dining, but also spa. There is a beautiful spa on the upper deck. And at the end, in the forward part, there is an incredible observation lounge with an outdoor terrace. This, for me, was one of the most incredible area when we designed, because the observation lounge is the area where I envision the owner and his guests, they can stay, they can enjoy the panorama, they can enjoy the journey around the world.
That vessel is also used for and designed for exotic destination as it would be for Arctic destination. It's very thought of, that ability to offer both combined possibilities.
If I may describe Akula with 3 sentences, I envision an incredible discovery platform that travels around the world and collects meaningful memories for the owner and his guest, and at the same time is offering the possibility to research for our planet preservation.
The boat has also laboratories, because it is also doing some expedition for scientific research, and that is also a very important part of the journey of the yacht.
In all the vessel, we collaborate with design and engineers. So of course, there is a lot of interaction in designing yacht between technique and creativity.
The main technical constraints derive actually from the most important choice for the boat, which was the propulsion. The propulsion is a diesel electric with azipods. It's something you don't see on these size vessels. You normally start seeing this propulsion 78 meters and on. Diesel electric propulsion was selected because it's the most efficient propulsion, and in combination with the azipods, it gives also top maneuverability. This propulsion is based on variable speed generators. And the power management system to control the propulsion, it took a great deal of hours of tuning to optimize the performances. Not only because you have fuel efficiency, that for an explorer is very important, but the level of comfort in terms of noise and vibration on board is unparalleled. You cannot match this. As I said, I'm a friend of the owner, and we're being on board with my family, and sometimes my wife would say, are we sailing or are we stationary?
I had the chance of cruising on board Akula. I was amazed by the silence. This vessel is so silent. The absolutely no vibration. And that's important when you stay a lot of time on board a boat. You want to feel in an area which is very silent, and this is extraordinary.
The engine of Akula is exceptional. Each equipment that went into the engine room found its proper space. In terms of proper, it's basically facilitating the engineer operating the vessel day by day, carrying out planned maintenance system, and also, if need be, carry out repairs. Also, for maintenance purposes, you can have one generator down and you have the 3 other generators that are available. You have 4 generators. As long as you have one functioning, you come back home, which is the most important thing. And then all the other equipment, as far as reasonable, it is doubled up. On a traditional yacht, you don't have the flexibility of choosing the proper place for each equipment. It's always a compromise. And the engine room of Akula is got no compromises. You can only compare it to an engine room on a much bigger yacht. It's not even fair to compare Akula to traditional yachts because if we talk about traditional yachts, we talk about traditional propulsion. When you have diesel electric with pods, you're in the best league, in my opinion.
One of the most interesting brief was the sustainability. Of course, sustainability in a vessel is something very particular because it's not easy to achieve. So in our office, we made many research to create material that were unique but at the same time sustainable. And here we have something really special because, for example, we use the Kevlar of an existing sales boat and we wrap the Kevlar, we create a special pattern. And also another material that I like very much, we created this yellow doors because the name of Akula is recalling a famous submarine.
The life on board Akula will differ from a traditional yacht on the ability of the boat to offer obviously the destinations, but also in the way the layout is designed. It could offer the super yacht feeling as much as the most sportive feeling as you may need or want. It has an extraordinary wide angle of possibilities, the interior being extremely comfortable, the deck space, the layout very cleverly designed. But at the same time, the boat carries a lot of big launches, big tenders, a lot of capacity to carry even a submarine, imagine. So it's limitless. Akula is designed for an owner who has probably experienced already some of the white hull yacht, I would say, that wants something slightly more down to earth, not compromising with a certain level of luxury. I think it's when you have had that experience with a certain level of yachts, you will want to ultimately touch that ultimate level which an explorer vessel like Akula can offer you. The next journey for a boat like Akula would definitively need to be Patagonia, would need to be the Pacific. She would be very happy there. She's a happy boat when there is a lot of distance between her and her destination. I would say any distance far will be the best destination for her.
In the end, the owner's dream was to have a boat that could travel far away, and range was the main topic almost, as well as comfort. If I had one word to describe Akula, what would it be? I'm afraid I failed this question because you cannot frame such a fantastic boat in just one word.
If I may use one word to describe Akula, I would say discovery. Of course, it's about discovering the world from outside, but also discovering your inner world while you are traveling in this beautiful journey.
To me, if I had to describe her in one word, will be freedom. Akula is freedom. You can't get that feeling of freedom, in my opinion, with any other yacht. Akula gives you this feeling of being free.